So let's say you want to make cinnamon rolls, but you don't have enough time to make like real cinnamon rolls, so you just want to make a few cinnamon rolls, but like really simply. So basically what you gotta do, you gotta just take your 1 cup of flour. I have to put my phone down right here. And then once you get your 1 cup of flour, you just put it in a bowl. Just like that, right in the bowl. Yeah, and then you take your measuring instruments and I forgot where I put the measuring spoons. I'm gonna go look for them. Okay, crisis averted, I found the measuring spoons. So now next what you gotta do, you gotta put 1.5 of these ones, teaspoons, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I have a lot of baking powder. Just put that in there. Then you take the 1/2 teaspoon. Get a bit of that, put that in there. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna have to get our little, our mixing fork and just gotta mix that together. You see the baking powder, I don't look really into it very much, but I know it does something good for things like this, and that you gotta use it. And next you need some butter, but now I need to go melt some butter, so I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back with melted butter. Now you just add that dairy product right into your flour. And then you just take your fork and just mix that up. And once this dairy product starts to get lost in the flour, just send in this other dairy product called milk, just to go find the other dairy product, the butter. So you're gonna just mix that around for a while, and once it starts to conjoin with the flour and the butter, then you're gonna wanna move it to a floured surface. But it's not done being mixed yet, so I guess we'll just have to wait. Like I said, next thing's next, you put it on a floured surface. The reason the surface is floured is because if it's not floured, the flour that's already in the dough will try and take over your countertop. So you just use this other flour to keep it from doing that. And also so it doesn't stick, because flour is not sticky. So yeah, you just gotta knead that a little bit, like just very simply knead it. I know I moved it off of the floured surface because that'd be, if there's too much flour in it, it'll get really dry and tough, and you don't like dry and tough cinnamon rolls. So you just move that around until your hands start feeling like it's gonna literally fall off because it's so tired. Then you switch to your other hand. Okay. And now once you got a smooth disc of dough, you're gonna be able to just take this and then find a rolling pin. Right now, I need to find my rolling pin. All right, I'll be back. All right, I found my rolling pin. Otherwise, if I hadn't have found a rolling pin, we would have had to use the primitive rolling pin, aka our hands. Right now. So we're just gonna roll out the dough very nicely. I need to find out how to do that with just one hand because I'm holding the camera with the other hand. Just gonna move all this stuff out of the way so I don't bump it. And you're gonna wanna roll that out till it's like maybe 1/4 of an inch thick. Maybe 1/8. Probably 1/8 of an inch would be best. But basically what I'm saying, it's gotta be wide and thin. And circle-ish too, yeah, make it circle-ish. Give it some slaps. And now we're gonna go and make the cinnamon stuff to put in it. Okay, now we have all we need to make the cinnamon spread. So basically what I've got in here, I've got cornstarch, I've got brown sugar, I've got cinnamon. The exact amounts, let's see, we got a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, we got 1/2 tablespoon of cinnamon, we got a 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. And we're just gonna stir that all together till it's nice and they look like sand. And once it looks enough like sand, all sand needs an ocean, so you just gotta put that butter in there. And we're gonna make the most fattening ocean in the world. And then we just stir that together. That is 2 tablespoons of butter. 2 tablespoons of butter I just put in there. And we just mix that right there. Until it's like very, very moist, you see? All right, now that you have that, you just gotta go and, 1 second, I'm just gonna put it down right here so we get like a good view of what's going on here. Okay, that's not a good view. I'm gonna try and fix that. Measuring cup. Stand, no. All right, I've given up. We're gonna have to stick with that view. So basically what you do, you gotta just scoop all this stuff out and just put it on top of your dough. And once you get a big pile of delicious baking sludge on top of there, you're gonna have to get a butter knife and just this knife right here, and then you just spread it. Just spread all this the baking sludge around on top of your cinnamon roll dough. And you just spread that all around on here until you get a nice even layer like everywhere. Now, once you get that evenish layer of cinnamon stuff, you just want to tightly roll that up, like tightly. Okay, it'd be better to do it with 2 hands. I'm just going to put this down again. So now once it's rolled up, you see what I did there? I just pushed this dough together. Otherwise, it would probably come apart in the microwave, and you do not want that. They'll still taste the same, but like it won't have the good presentation you want. All this will probably rise in the microwave, I think. So yeah, it'll be delicious. So next thing you want to do, so we're almost done. You just want to take a knife, and I'm gonna go get a knife, and then you're just gonna want to cut, just make even slices down there. And make even slices like so, except for the end parts, because the end parts are just, they're not good enough. They're too small, too floppy or whatever. So you just make some even cuts. You might want to just score a spot where you want to cut it, like right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Yeah, those are some good cutting points. So you're just gonna want to go slice, 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 and slice. There we go. Now you have your even slices of cinnamon rolls. What's really good about this is you can put it in the freezer and just eat it like any time. Like you can just put them in the freezer, then take them out, put them in the microwave, and then they're good. But right now, doesn't that look just delicious? Not this one. This one looks weird. Just flip it over, then it looks good. Yeah. I'm gonna eat this. But yeah, now I'm gonna show you how to cook it. So you're gonna wanna go and you're gonna get a plate and take the best looking one you can find. Take it and okay, it's difficult to open the microwave with one hand, especially while there we go. Okay, you put it in there, and then you put it in for like, let's see, a minute. I'm gonna stop it at 30 and see how it is so far. See, it's risen quite a bit. So I'm gonna keep it in for like 5 more seconds, and then it should be nice and cooked. Like, you touch right there, feels cooked. Oops, I think I left it in a bit too long, but still. That's a pretty good looking cinnamon. Feels like I could use a bit more time. I'm gonna leave it in for a few more seconds. Okay, that's good enough. So that would be like 15. That was like 45 seconds, I'm guessing. So notice how much this thing actually rose. Well, if you want, you can put like a glaze on top, and that'd be delicious. But right now, I don't have any glaze, so I'm just gonna do a little taste test with the fork I mixed the cinnamon mixture in. So, let's see. It's got like a regular cinnamon rolly texture. That's good. Now, let's see how it tastes. That is really good. And it'd be even better with the frosting. But for now, I would really suggest making this if you're short on time, but for some reason you just want a cinnamon roll. Okay, so that's all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.